Welcome back, everybody. If you're new, my name's Nicholas, and this is Investing Against the Grain. All right, we have a plot twist today. I know we're going to talk about CPI today. That's been on the agenda. Was not expecting everything else to happen. I wasn't even expecting what was going to happen with CPI to happen today. So you guys know what to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that bell. Let's get into it. A couple months ago, we hit a CPI reading of 8.5%. And on the back of that 8.5%, we felt awful. Today, with this 8.5 hit, we feel amazing, like this. So this is essentially the way the market reacted today. And it was with a lot of conviction and much relief that was needed in the market. This was what we want to see. This is a step in the right direction. Now, it doesn't mean inflation's over, that we have won this battle against inflation, that the Fed is done. No, it does not mean that. But it does mean that we have a moment here where we can celebrate, we can enjoy, hopefully, the beginning of the next few months where we see inflation start to cool off. So today we got a reading of 8.5% year over year with the CPI reading. So essentially, this was a month over month of growth of 0. So inflation did not go up at all from July to August, okay, right? Or well, not July to August, but really just the overall growth, right, from the year over year. So this was a really good sign. Now, as far as core goes, we were expecting an increase of about 0.5% when it comes to core. So essentially taking energy out, right? But instead, we only saw an uptick of about 0.2, 0.3 instead of 0.5%. This was also bullish, all right? So we're seeing things trend in the right direction when it comes to inflation, which is what we need to see overall for the market. So today I was expecting to have to come on here and just talk about how it was an okay reading. It's not quite what we want to see, but not that bad. No, this was great. The only way this could have been any better is if we were negative instead of just flat 0.0, right? So 0.0. So this was excellent. I think this is going to hopefully allow the Fed to continue increasing rates, but at a more moderate level. Now, keep in mind, before the next Fed meeting, we still have another CPI. We still have another jobs number. So there's a lot of things that are going to happen, right? We'll see what August came in for the economy with CPI, with inflation. We'll get those numbers in September before they have their meeting. Now, if the energy market, everything is a signal at all, it looks like things are trending in the right direction. The only thing that we really should be keeping an eye on is the lagging effects of housing prices, rent prices, things of that nature, and food continues to go up. So in my opinion, it's kind of good news, bad news when it comes to food and housing stuff, because if that continues to go up, which we don't want that, but that may mean that people are spending more money in other areas. So maybe that means they're not spending money on other items, and it allows supply chains to catch up. So it's not good news, but I'm just trying to find a silver lining here. Overall, though, today's report, excellent news, much needed. All right, but like I said, plot twist. I thought this would be the only real thing we have to talk about today. Nope, we got some other things. So what happened? Well, overnight, we had Elon Musk selling shares, okay? Well, not overnight. We found out overnight. So he's been selling shares over about the course of 3 days. And obviously, this is all to do with the Twitter transaction, the Twitter deal. And so Elon was saying that the idea of this is to get ahead of potentially being forced to buy Twitter, which he doesn't want to do. And, well, let's just read it ourselves here, okay? So Sawyer Mayer asked if Elon's done selling. Elon said, yes. In the hopefully unlikely event that Twitter forces this deal to close, and notice the and part here with the asterisk, some equity partners don't come through, it is important to avoid an emergency sale of Tesla stock. So this is Elon trying to get ahead of some potential things that will go against him. What's good for us is this should mean that the Twitter overhang is more or less over as far as when it comes to Elon selling. Now, he goes on to say, or Ian goes on to ask, so if the Twitter deal doesn't close, will you buy Tesla stock back? And Elon said yes. Again, this is bullish. This is a good sign. I think the best part about this is that Elon shouldn't have to sell any more shares. Barring anything else happening, I would be surprised if any equity partners were to not continue to invest with him. I think this might be on the verge of being behind us. Now, with that said, we do have some predictions from some people, most notably Farzad. Farzad thinks Twitter deal, I think he tweeted saying that it will get done by the end of this week. So let's see if he's right. Let's keep an eye on that one. All right, we have some other news regarding Elon. So take a look at this. Elon Musk right here, you can see he tweets, Tesla's 500-mile range semi-trucks start shipping this year, Cybertruck next year. So this is excellent news. Okay, this is finally the semi truck is going to start going into production, and hopefully that means that we get to ramp up into volume production for the semi. Now, this I believe will be a highly profitable segment for Tesla. Tesla will essentially be the only real automaker in this space, and I think Tesla will be able to scale this. Especially with all the nickel contracts they have. We need nickel because in batteries, it allows us to get a higher density of energy. And we need that for things like the semi-truck, like the Cybertruck, to allow them to get longer distance. So I think this is pretty bullish with regards to Tesla. So I'm happy he put this out there. And again, iterating that Cybertruck's coming next year. And I believe at the shareholder meeting, he said that we'd be in volume production by mid-2023. Very excited about that. Keeping on with the trend with Elon, he's been busy. Elon wrote this 6 years ago. This was Master Plan Part 2. And you can see here, Jason Calacanis. I suck at saying his name. I love the All In podcast, but Jason's last name for some reason is so hard for me. Anyways, love Jason. He goes on to say, Part 3, let's go. And then if you look down, you can see Elon Musk saying, coming soon, Part 3, about scaling sustainable energy at a civilizational level to enable a bright future for Earth. And of course, you got Galileo coming in here saying, so hyped for this. Makes two of us, Gally. I'm very hyped for this. I can't wait to see this come out. I want to see how they plan on scaling. We know that right now batteries are the fundamental limiting factor. How do they scale? How do they take this to the next level so that's no longer a bottleneck? I'm very excited to see how this pans out and to see what happens from here, right? Is there a way that Elon and Tesla and them can find a way to mitigate the issues we have with lithium and nickel and the mining part of it? Is that what all these contracts are about, right? I think according to Tesla Viking Electric, I forget his name. You guys know who I'm talking about. I believe in one of his last videos, he mentioned Tesla now controls essentially 1/3 of all of the refined nickel that's out there. So I might be mixing that up, but the point is Tesla's got a lot of nickel. So it'll be interesting to see how Tesla plans on scaling this out and how they're going to go, not to market, but how they're going to solve the fundamental problems that we see there. Now, we know that Tesla loves to do things from a first principles perspective. I don't know how much we'll see that within the master plan. Master plan tends to be more of this is what our strategy is. This is how we're going to go about this. Not so much these are the points of how we're going to do it. So it'll be interesting to see how this comes out and how it's phrased or worded or just presented in general. All right, last piece of item I want to talk about today. Check this out. So this is I'm not going to play the video, but today Jim Farley had essentially a moment with the electric pickup truck, the Lightning, and he took a shot at Tesla. He took a shot at Elon Musk. And so here we can see Ford CEO Jim Farley bragged about the company's electric pickup truck and took a dig at Tesla during the press conference on Wednesday. I bet Elon Musk will now cry himself to sleep. So the part that really matters here is that Jim Farley was in this press conference, right? He's sitting there. He's got a little PowerPoint going on with, you see the Lightning coming up, different versions. And he's sitting there talking about how we're number one in this segment. We're number one electric vehicles. We're not going to stop. We're all this yada, 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 like trying to rally the troops. And at the very end, he says, take that, Elon Musk. Oh, Farley. See, a lot of you kind of hated on me when I was kind of clowning on him during the Sandy Monroe interview, right? I still have issues with them and the way all that went about. I don't think it was a good interview. I still think it was very, I don't know, lacked a lot of substance. And Farley, to me, I think he's I don't know, just another person just saying the right things. He knows what to say to get approval, to get to the next level, to get people to like him, to people to support him. And so I'm not buying this facade that he's putting on. I don't buy it. he's still an MBA. He's still corporate. That's how I see it. Anyways, the fact that he had to take a shot at Elon Musk here, again, Elon, Tesla, they're living in the minds of these OEMs. And if they're living in the minds of them, it's over. They don't stand a chance. Have your moment right now, Farley. But when the Cybertruck outsells the F-150 Lightning, and it will, mark my words. Remember this. That's the beautiful thing about these videos, is that they're not going anywhere. So you guys can call me out if I'm wrong. The Cybertruck will outsell the F-150 Lightning. I guarantee it. So we'll see what happens here. And maybe at that point, Elon will look back to Farley and have some comments of his own. All right, we're going to leave it there for today. I know it's a shorter video. I have some other things I have to get to. It's been a long day. I'm still getting ready for my trip to Spain with the wife. So pretty excited to get out of the country. It's been a few months since I guess since April, since we've left the country. So we're itching, right? Time to make some moves. But yeah, so if you guys want, come back on Friday. I'll be releasing another episode before we actually take off. In that video, like I said before, I want to there's a lot of new subscribers, so I want to take this kind of back to the roots of what I intended this channel to be. And so obviously we're still going to talk about Tesla every day because that's what I'm invested in. But I want to start interweaving some of my philosophies investing, how I got to where I am, and just talk about more so of the approaches that I take. There's nothing revolutionary about them, but I feel that the whole point of this channel is to go against certain norms in investing, and that's why it's called Investing Against the Grain. And for all the new subscribers who don't know who I am, who don't know about my philosophies or my background, I want to expose you a little bit to me, and so that you have a reason to watch this channel at all, right? So you should know who I am so that you can give a damn about whether or not you want to listen to some random guy on YouTube, right? For all you know, I'm just a freak with some pictures behind me. So I want to make sure that's not your impression of me. All right, we're going to leave it there. I appreciate if you stuck to the end. Do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that bell. I love you all. Peace.